Welcome to Power Yoga. My name is Ria, and I'll guide you through a just yoga class, which is yoga as I would teach it in a regular yoga studio or a fitness center. So please move onto your mat, standing at the top end of your mat, feet hip-width distance. Take your shoulders up and back. Rotate your shoulders a little bit back. Open up your palms so you'll be standing in mountain pose. Closing your eyes and noticing your breath. I'll guide you through a very short breathing exercise to feel our breath. So you can stay with your eyes closed. I'll explain it first. Step 1 is to take a deep inhale and hold the breath for a little bit. And then we try to roll the breath out from the bottom of our lungs. And then when we're completely emptied out, let the breath be emptied out for just a second before we inhale. And then repeat 3 times. So inhale through your nose. And keep inhaling as you expand your belly, your chest lifts. Inhale a little bit more so you feel full of air. And then hold your breath. Open up your mouth and let your air sink out from the bottom of the rib cage. And as we're completely emptied out, stay there for a second and take a regular inhale and exhale. And then repeat that 2 more times. Inhale. Keep inhaling. More air. And a little bit more. Hold it. Exhale through your mouth like a toothpaste thing you empty out from the bottom. And take a regular breath so we don't get all dizzy. One last time. Inhale. Deepen the breath even more. There's so much air that I'm sure you can get a little bit more into your lungs. Expand the lungs. And then hold your breath as I count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale from the bottom. Open up your mouth. Awesome. This is a beautiful exercise to make you aware of how deep your breath actually can go and how deep you can breathe also when we move on our mats. So power yoga, let's get this body working. Inhale, take your arms above your head. And exhale, lean forward, bend your knees, float your arms back towards the mat and up again, standing in mountain pose. Arms out to the sides, shoulder blades squeeze together. Make sure your shoulders are down so you make an external rotation of your shoulders. Again, take your hands above your head. Fold forward, bend your knees. Rising up again. Arms out to the side, open up. So maybe use our breath for this. Inhale, take your hands up. Powerful exhale, Ujjayi maybe. Down, inhale, rise up, mountain, hands above your head. Exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lean forward, maybe a little bit powerful. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, move back, open up. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, maybe with a small micro bend in the back. Straighten your spine. And continue just a little bit more. Close your eyes. And the repetition of this will create heat in your body, especially if you sit pretty low in your knees here. Of course, the purpose is not to move as fast as you can, but as controlled and as lovely as you can. So today, maybe you have a theme. Sometimes we call it an intention. If not, maybe think of something you want to celebrate. Something that you want to say, yay, that's awesome. Might not be Corona, but something else. One last time through. So let's celebrate on the mat. There's always things that we can celebrate. In a few weeks, I'll be celebrating this channel. So maybe you'll see what's going on there. Much more information about that later. Take your hands down by your side. Shake it out. Then sink down in your chair pose. And we'll stay in our chair pose for a little bit. Again, moving our shoulders in a small sequence. Take your palms to the front here, and then move your hands back. To the front and up. Thumbs point back. And as you move your hands down, you rotate so that you squeeze your shoulder blades back and together. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more times. I hope you feel this in your thighs. Last time. And stand tall. Thumbs wrap around each other. Lean back, elbows out. Open up your chest. Smile. You know, smiling helps on our mood. Sometimes we need to smile even though we don't feel like it. So smile. Awesome. Fold forward. Half lift. Now you know this maybe. Plank to low planks. Spread out your fingers. Walk your feet back. Maybe you take it a little bit slower the first time. Knees on the ground maybe. Elbows somewhat by your ribs as you lower down. Lift your shoulders up. Cobra and down dog. Stepping your feet a little bit closer for a better adjustment for this down dog stance. One big breath. Remember how we did it in the beginning. Look to the front. And I'll invite you to jump today. So you lift your heels off, bend the knees, and ever so slowly and gently jump to the front of the mat. Try to do it soundless. Fold forwards. Mountain pose, hands out to the side. Look up. And again, fold forward. 3 times of this sun salutation A. Half lift, inhale. Plank to low plank. Maybe you jump, walk back up to you. Lower down. Cobra up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 1 breath in down dog. Adjust your stance. And when you're ready, heels off, jump to the front. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, navel in as you lean forward. Half lift, inhale. Plank, low plank, exhale. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 1 breath. To the front of the mat. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. 1 last time, inhale, look up. Then exhale, float forward. Half lift, inhale. Plank, low plank, exhale. Lift your chest even higher, maybe this time. And down dog, exhale. 1 breath. Again, heels off. Walk or jump to the front. Fold forward. High mountain. Hands in prayer pose by your chest. Shoulders down. And then we'll get into a little bit of balance. And of course, you just adjust in whatever way you need with your balance here. So first, left leg has the honor of keeping our balance today. Then you lift your right leg up and bend the knee. Try to stay here. Then twist your core towards your right side, still palms together. This is a bit of a challenge. So twisting with your leg lifted. From here, let go of the palms, still standing on one foot if you can. Raise your arms up towards the sky. A little bit of an odd pose, but go with me. And then rotate back, hands down by your side. Pinky finger reach back, shoulder blades squeeze together as you take your right leg and move it back into a version of Warrior 3. Remember your airplane pose if it's easier to keep the balance there. Flexing your foot and stretching both legs. One more breath. Pull your shoulders away from the ears. And let your fingers reach down on the floor and let your right leg move back. Open up your hip, moving to Warrior 2. So create the distance in between your feet as you need. Of course, the lower you go, the more distance there is, the harder it is. Notice your core, is it leaning forward or back? Try to go for a straight spine. Look towards the front hand. Your root lock, pelvic floor, hopefully a little bit engaged here. And then we stretch the front leg and lift our arms towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. Make sure the front knee is moving directly in the direction of the front foot or the front toes. Work slow and steady. 3. 2. And 1. From here, take the front hand, maybe on the inside of the foot. Use a block if you need to. Stretch the front arms, shoulders away again. And maybe take your hand a little bit further down if that feels better in your shoulder joint. Look down towards the mat. Peel the back heel off the mat. Step this left foot up and back in three-legged dog. Now our shoulders and hands have had a little bit of a break. So let's get those babies working. So bend the knee and take your left knee there to your right elbow in your plank pose. Come on down on your knees here if you need to. Again, lift it up. This time to your left elbow on the outer edge of the ribs. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, right elbow. Inhale, lift up, exhale as you move forward. All the way, if you can, with the knee to the elbow. I know it's hard. Come on, navel in. Do your best. And celebrate your body's ability to move. Last time through. And step it back, down dog, side out. Jump or walk to the front of the mat again. Fold forward. High mountain. Hands down by your side, catch your breath. Doing this on the other side. Left leg, lift up, focus your gaze. Flex the foot, Knee and hips somewhat aligned. Prayer pose. Of course, we try to push our palms together so that our shoulders is engaged. Steady gaze as you move your core to your left side. And this is hard, at least it is for me. Keep breathing. Let the palms get away from each other. Rise your hands up towards the sky. Even more a balance challenge. We're not used to standing like this. Move your core back. Ooh. Hands down by your side. Pinky finger reaches up. Rotate the shoulders back. Move left foot and whole leg back in our Warrior 3 version. Hips are closed. You can actually just feel your hip here now that your hands are almost down at your hip. Notice if you can squeeze the shoulder blades more firmly together. One more breath. Fingers on the mat and lower down left foot. Warrior 2. Line the back foot with the short end of the mat, heels somewhat aligned. And then sink into Warrior 2. Move the top shoulder, the back shoulder there, to align it with the back hip. Relax your shoulders. Spread out your fingers. And then we celebrate by moving. Again, extend the front leg, lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, move your hands down. Your arms doesn't have to be straight. You can do it a little bit gentle with bends and stuff on the way up and on the way down. Take it slow. Let's do 3. 2. Last one. From here, side ankle, front hand on the inside of the foot. If it's better on the outside, on the block, you know that you can do that. You need to bend quite a lot in the front knee to reach down. Though it's both strength and actually flexibility in the hamstrings that you need here. Downward facing dog. So both hands on the mat, of course, back heel off to avoid any knee damage. And step it back. And now you might recall what we're going to do. Some awesome planks for strengthening arms, shoulders, and abs. So here we go. Lift up your right leg towards the sky and take your right knee to left elbow plank. Lift it up again. And then to your right elbow. Make sure your hip stays down. 3 more times. Try to avoid going too fast here. Elbow, crossing, lifting up. Same side. Are you getting all the way up? You're just halfway. Come on. This is such an awesome workout for our whole bodies here. But of course, listen to your body. If your wrists are saying no thank you, please pause. But we just need the last one. Right elbow. We are done with this pose at least. Let's relax the hands by walking and jumping to the front of the mat. Shake your wrists. Mountain pose. Catch your breath. And then we'll do another sequence that will challenge us a little bit. That's at least what I hope. So first, dancer's pose. Take the front hand here and move it around so that your pinky finger reaches the front. Move the hand back. Then take your right leg, lift it up and back, and take a hold of the arch of the foot. Lean a little bit to the front, maybe a lot, kicking your foot into your head. Now I have to notice that my elbow there is not hyperextending, so maybe you feel that as well, that you need to bend the elbow just a little bit. One last breath. See if you can let go of the foot. Lower it down, doesn't have to be too much back. We're gonna change or turn on the mats. If you want to take a look at the screen, maybe you'll just be standing like this to look at the screen. All right, not too wide distance. Then you take your heels a little bit in so that when you sit down in a squat position, your toes and knees are pointing a little bit out. So you might sit really low, like I feel like I'm doing here, or just a little bit higher. Now it's really important when you're standing here that you're not rounding your back like I'm doing now. So shoulders up and back to engage the small muscles here behind us that create stability in the muscles and the joint system. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands here on the thighs, and then you point your toes more directly to the front. So shorten the distance a little bit and sit down. This time hands to the front. See if you can engage your root lock. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you lean forward, this time moving your feet even further out. So I like to call this, it's like gliding or walking my feet further out to a more wide stand as we lean forward in a wide stand and with a forward fold. Stretching the back of the legs. Lift up your head again. Walk your hands to the top of the mat where they are normally at and step the front foot back. Shake it out. Again, walk or jump to the front of the mat. Fold forward. High mountain, stand tall. And hands down by your side. Regular mountain pose. Dancer's pose on the other side. Turn the palm to the back. Take a hold of the arch. Lean forward, rounding your back, and remember to micro bend the elbows. The knee that we lift back, we still try to keep hip width distance in the short end here between our legs, so we don't put the knee out to the side, only back and still hip width distance. Let go of the foot. Again, try to do it slowly. Step it back. Not doing our squat again. Something different coming up soon. Step back, down dog. 3 vinyasas. Inhale, plank, and make sure your shoulders move further more to the front than your fingers. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 times through. Inhale, plank. Core in, exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Exhale, Down dog. Awesome. Jump again to the front of the mat, lift the heel off. Fold forward. Relax your wrists. Mountain pose. Just a few more poses and then we'll stretch for a short while. Relax. Catch your breath. Again, focus your attention on what you might be celebrating today. Small things are also worthy of celebration. Sit down in your chair pose and take your right leg up in figure 4. So right leg up, the ankle is on the thigh. And go as low as you feel you can do today. And from here, with this knee still on, try to stand up tall. Maybe you take your arms out to the side to be able actually to keep your balance. And see if you can keep your balance and sit down. If this is not at all possible, just take your chair and move up and down. We do this 3 times. So standing, engaging your thighs, quads, and sit as low as you can. Woo. And as you might see, I am no genius in balance poses, so I'm with you guys, okay? I'm just in the process of all of this. I like the fact that we don't need to be picture perfect to do yoga and to do yoga on YouTube. Last time down. And from here, let go of this right leg. Step it back. High lunge, crescent lunge, whatever you want to call it. Maybe you stretch the front knee for just a tiny breath before you sink down, heel off the mat. And the back leg. Twisting your right hand here, move it to the outer edge of the thigh without letting this thigh move in. Then twisting, moving to the front, maybe just a little bit or further down. Now it's important that your navel and abdomen is somewhat engaged here. One last breath. Yay, you did it. Step the back foot again to the front. Mountain. So how are your body feeling right now? Hopefully a little bit exhausted. Sit low again. And as I said before, you can just do a chair up and down if the balance is not doing anything good for you today. If you're ready, take your left leg and move it over to your figure 4. Hands up and sit low. Now we lean a little bit forward, but we try to have our core here engaged. So standing up again, hands down by your side. And sit again. You don't have to work with your breath if you're out of breath from this. So rather just do it slowly and with the breath going steady than trying to move as your breath, with the count of your breath. Of course, you shouldn't feel it in your knee joint last time. And sit here in your figure 4. Slowly let go of this leg. Moving slowly here is actually quite a challenge. Left leg move back on the floor. Crescent lunge. Again, option of stretching the front knee so it doesn't fatigue completely. or the knee, the thigh here, actually, the muscles on top. Notice where your shoulders are moved back and down. And twisting left hand and the outer edge of the thigh, standing here, or moving a little bit further down. Keep looking at the ground if it's hard to keep the balance. Extend the back leg. Awesome, let go. Step back, down dog. Coming down on our bellies. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Take your hands down by your side, as we've done a few times now. But it's such a good way of engaging the shoulders and the stabilizing muscles there behind us. So again, rotate your shoulder blades back. Lift your chest off as much as you can. Lift your hands. Maybe your feet. And let it stay there. For 6. Breathe. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hands underneath the shoulders, back into child's pose for a little bit of a stretch for your back. Lifting up again, coming down on your mat. Core exercise, ab exercises. So rest, not that restful though, but a little bit of a rest here on your mat. Take your hands here behind your head, and now we already did something. We did a figure 4, so let's try to do that again. Right leg up, right ankle on your left knee. And as then we let go of the floor with the left leg there, we lift up and we take the right elbow to meet the right knee. So you kind of twist your core a little bit to your left side, opening up to your left side. Letting go. Maybe left toe reaches down. Maybe you're not going so low if you don't want to overdo your exercises for your lower back. And then move here. Up and slowly down. And of course, we try to come up quite a bit. So lift and twist the best of your abilities today. And let's do 5. If you can exhale as you come up, it would be great. 4. Lower back, lumbar back in the mat when your foot is down. 2. And 1. Awesome. No excuses. Let's move to the other side. Knee out. And of course, we don't take the knee in here. We have the knee out if the hip allows it. All right? Hands behind your head to support. And let's lift. Left knee and elbow up and down. Flat tension in your abs. So you get hold of your 6-pack here, but you also involve other parts of the muscles as we kind of twist in this odd pose. Oh, we have the last 4. If you feel it in your hip flexor here in your right leg, that's natural. 2. 1. Beautiful. Let go. Hands down on the mat, feet on the ground, and then lift your hip off. Bridge pose. Walk your shoulder blades together and lift your hip as high as you can, lifting through the heels. Squeezing the buttocks firmly together. Getting those buttocks and the lower back on fire. And lift as high as you can. I know there is more, so lift a little bit more. Relax your neck, don't look to the side. Lift a little bit more. And then the last little bit of a lift. Stay there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your shoulder blades out again and roll your spine down on the mat. How are you doing? Celebrating that we're almost done. Maybe. Relax your legs. Extend your legs out and take your hands above your head, and we're going for a side stretch, a banana pose. Move your feet to your right side and move your arms to your right side. So I'll actually get a little bit out of my mat, but that's okay. Now it's important that both buttocks, glutes are on the mat, so you don't lean up on the side. You will not get a side stretch if you do so. So buttocks on the ground. To further deepen your stretch, you can take a hold of your left wrist and pull, so you get a stretch on your shoulder. And lift your left leg and move it on top, so you cross your legs there. And of course, try to relax, close your eyes. Letting go. Other side. Completely the same system, just moving to the other side. So as long as your glutes and buttocks are on the mat, you're welcome to move your core more out to the side. And maybe you feel one side more than the other. It's not like, for me, it's not a stretch that's really hurting. It's a nice sensation that I feel. Let it go. Hug your knees in. And on this video, I will not guide you into a resting pose, but I know that it's really rewarding after a power class, because many of us who like power actually need that kind of tiredness and fatigueness in our body to rest this ongoing monkey brain. So please rest on the mat. Maybe put a timer just for 5 minutes. You deserve it, right? So thank you so much for joining, and I hope you appreciate me doing these videos. If you do, please like and subscribe, and all these things. Have a blessed day. See you another time.